Hello and welcome to another episode of The Guess Room. I am Mike. That's Andy.
Hello.
That's Kevin 2.
Hi there.
And Kevin 1.
It's me, Kevin 1.
Thank you, Kevin 1. We are very excited to have you guys back with us, and we will be playing another round of 20 questions today. This time, the question posers, or as we like to call them, just posers, are the two Kevins. So Kevins have come up with a question, and Andy and I will be trying to use our 20 questions to find out what the answer is.
It's headed for another train wreck. I'm sorry.
I agree.
I'm just shooting for 50%.
50% of
The question that we don't know yet.
of the answer on this particular question?
50% questions asked.
You're going to ask 10 out of your 20 questions?
Just 10 questions.
Oh, you're
And
trying
call
to-
it a day?
Oh.
Yeah.
Kind of a la the Denver Nuggets. We'll play half the game.
I was thinking that he was going to try to get half of these answers correct, and if that was the case, that'd be very impressive if you only got half.
I mean, yeah. I mean, if you only use 10 of your questions to get the right answer and still get the full snow cone, I mean, that's what you're going for, right?
Still get whole snow cone.
Right.
That's something that we haven't really talked about yet. But in 20 questions, probably most of you guys listening play a version of 20 questions where there's one answer, and sometimes that's appropriate for the number of questions you have, and sometimes as we've been playing, there are multiple answers. So that, obviously the difficulty can change based on the topic and the number. So we could play 20 questions with one answer or 50.
I love when Mike is on the guesser side and says statements like that and has no idea what's coming his way.
It's true. It's fun for us knowing that it's not necessarily applicable.
But it'll be fun. A fun train wreck. The kind you want to stare at, but you can't look away or don't want to stare. How does that go?
I'm not sure. I just know I'm shooting for 50.
You don't want to
Yeah.
look away.
I don't want to stare at either of you, frankly, but
This
That's
table is not set up correctly for that.
no. Cherry's favorite anyway. Okay.
All right. So Kevin's, what is this question to which we must answer?
All right. So the question is being posed as though Kevin 2 is speaking, but Kevin 1 is going to read the question to you.
All right. Go for it.
There's a favorite historian of mine being Kevin 2, that shares a name with a famous person. Name that historian/person.
Favorite. First off, I've just got some questions right away. Not of my 20, but why?
Who are your
wh-
questions for? You're looking at Mike,
Yeah,
your partner.
Who has a favorite historian?
Oh, I mean, that is the thing that perplexes me the least about this question. Kevin Doherty, of all humans on the planet, has a favorite historian. I'm guessing that this historian probably didn't even have a favorite historian, but
I'm going to be honest,
Kevin
the only
does.
historian I know is the guy that is the meme on the History Channel with the aliens. And
It doesn't sound like you know him.
Can confirm it's not that guy.
Nor does it sound like you should approach this question from that angle.
A few.
I've ruled
I mean,
out one.
I'll just think out loud here with my partner. A few things right off the bat perplex me. Number one, are we talking a two name or a one name? Number two, if it's a favorite historian of someone, is that not also a famous person?
That's what. Can I look this person up on Wikipedia and there's dual results? Historian
Right.
/ famous person in this other area.
Normally, yes, but just to rehash the rules, the guessers are not allowed to use Wikipedia or any internet resources during the guessing in this game.
That's correct. Although if you do look up Michael O'Brien, you will find that he was, in fact, as you all might have guessed, the first recorded streaker at a professional sporting event.
You're older than I thought. You're my brother, and man,
You didn't know I even went to Ireland, did you?
no.
Yeah.
Oh, it was actually in Ireland?
Yeah, I believe it was at an Irish soccer game. or should we say football? Anyway, any other questions off the bat, Andy, that are nagging at you?
I mean, I have questions, but I think I want to get to
All right.
asking them.
So where should we start? I mean, we could take the famous person route, or we could. I mean, I guess we'll have to take both at some point.
I think we'll have to go the famous person route because I'll be honest, I don't know historians.
Yeah, neither do I. I mean, I know Josephus.
Nostradamus.
Are they all going to rhyme?
Now I can't think of anything else that ends with us. Hippopotamus?
This rhymes with bottomless. Yeah, we're gonna have to go the famous person round, unless of course we've already named his favorite historian, which there's no way. So
You know, the other Nostradamus.
I mean, do we want to confirm that this is like a first name last name sort of thing, or is it just like, you know, Mark is my favorite historian, and also there's the famous person Mark.
Yes.
Like,
Well, I think we have to go first and last name, maybe to clarify, but also I think gender would be appropriate, and then we just need to nail down the sector of this famous person.
How many questions will it take you to nail down the gender in these culture?
I mean, we could also, well, again, it's not going to help, but we need to maybe find out the era of the historian.
I like when they do things that don't help.
Also, the era.
Maybe we could combine it in such a way of speaking of this historian, does he have a first and last name? Posing it like, you know, assigning gender to it, and seeing how
or
it's
is he
answered.
known by his first and last name?
Yeah.
He.
Yes.
We're already guessing that it's a he.
Yeah. And that's what I'm saying. And then if we get a yes from it, it's kind of 2 for 1.
That's my favorite kind of for one.
All right. So maybe we'll say
Not a 3-fer.
is the historian a male known by first and last name?
Correct.
That is our first question. Is the historian a male known by first and last name?
Yes.
All right.
This is going to be a cakewalk.
Cakewalk.
Andy, you said that last time.
We
Hey,
got some information from that.
To be fair, we had the right answer in a list last time.
One of the right answers.
That's impressive.
All right. So male known by first and last name. That helps.
Mm-hmm.
I doubt that it's
Do
like.
you want me to make the list of knowns? Again?
Yeah,
You think
that would help.
helps?
Yeah.
Okay.
We're going to go to the
Okay.
whiteboard.
Okay.
All right. So I think that your list needs to
Sound
first
just cut out
feature
for me.
all known males.
I'll try to write in a straight line this time.
That
would
won't
be
happen.
helpful.
Okay.
All right. Working through a little bit of technical difficulty. Mike, you back?
I'm back.
All right. Good.
All right. From here, I'm going to assume that it's not some weird situation where a male historian and a female famous person share the same name.
I would agree.
This is like
that would lead us.
Taylor Jordan.
Yeah. Yeah.
Lindsay Hunter All Stars.
So I think we should nail down sector
We're going to get the
of
Lindsay
this
Hunter
famous
All-Stars
person.
in every single
Like,
episode.
are they a famous sports figure, musician, movie, or actor?
Yeah.
But I don't know.
Which of those sectors would contain the most? Maybe we can start with that and eliminate it. I mean, actor seems like it's pretty broad compared to maybe athletes or athlete.
Or musician. Musician's pretty small though.
Yeah.
Well, I mean not small, but I think I think actor would be the biggest.
Kevin, too, doesn't know a lot of famous people. So for him to know this famous person, either it's a pretty well-known person or
maybe he Googled this famous historian.
and he had trouble getting to his
Isn't
works.
the right person?
We also maybe should find out if one or both of these people is alive. I mean, so
It maybe asking if the historian and the person they share the name with are both alive.
What do you think is the most likely, that both are alive, that one is alive, or that neither are alive?
I think that one is alive.
Is the most likely?
Yes.
So if we ask that, and it's yes, I feel like we can be fairly certain that I don't know. I've been operating under the premise that the historian is older than the famous person, but it could be the opposite.
That's what I would assume too. I would agree with you. But we know nothing.
But maybe this is like the King of England and like also a historian from 2012 who happens to be named Henry VIII.
There's a lot of those walking around these days.
How awesome to be applying for a job. I'm Henry VIII.
Yeah. What?
Actually, they should be an athlete, and they could just be Henry and their number should be 8.
Oh, yeah, that'd be nice. Where do you want to go from here?
I think we go sector.
Okay.
That's
All right.
what I'm feeling. I think we ask if the famous person is in movies.
Are they known?
Are they known to?
Are
be
they
an
known for acting in movies?
This is just to throw a caveat in there. This is what got Kevin number 1 and I into trouble. Kevin number
Kevin
2,
two.
I have problems with that.
Come
Kevin
on,
number
man.
2 and I.
They're both Kevin
last
2
time.
in my book.
I appreciate that. I'm Kevin 1.
Oh, thanks.
Okay. Okay. So,
Drink break. Hold on.
We all just got co-pops.
Thought someone was barbecuing. I got bronchitis. Ain't nobody got time for that.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Ooh, I have a former college friend who,
We should have some sort of divider so we can just
Why do
write
you lose
stuff down.
friends so easily?
still in college, not a friend anymore, hated the noise that people made after a satisfying drink. Yeah, exactly. So
What about the old guy sitting down sound?
You've been watching too many
Progressive commercials.
love me those commercials.
Jinx.
All right, Andy, you were saying so, and then we got a co-pop break.
yeah. So, I think our question is this... Well, sorry. No. I was going to go with... this is what kind of threw Kevin number 2 and I off
That's right.
last time. Is this person known? And it was kind of one of those answers that sort of fit in both categories and kind of let us down.
Yeah.
I think we have to take the risk, though, and just ask.
Yeah, I mean, we can only find out so much by one question. So I would say maybe, is this person known or has this person gotten paid to act in movies?
Yeah.
By the way, what's great about this format is that Andy, who was a guesser last time, is getting now like real-time feedback from Mike, who was a poser last time, about how Andy did, and so
How terrible he did.
well, so I mean, it's going to be a constant process of improvement for the guessers as they team up with somebody who was on the other side of the table the last time around, and so I mean, it should greatly improve the performance of the guessers over the first several tries.
Okay. Do you want to pose a question?
Yeah, we'll go with is the famous person known for acting in movies?
Should we movies and or TV shows?
If you'd like. I mean, it's just different information.
But well,
no, I mean, we could say known for acting.
yeah, that's what
Okay.
I'd like to go
All right.
for.
Is the famous person known for acting?
Does Facundo Campazzo count?
No, but Manu Ginobili does.
Okay. The answer is still yes.
Okay.
So we know they're famous for acting. We don't know in what though.
Correct. They could be in TV shows, movies, or like some weird person that Kevin knows on Broadway.
I wonder which Kevin they're referring to.
Well, you're the one with the question, so
Turns out I was in on a phone call yesterday with a Broadway star.
Name dropper.
Future episode.
I didn't drop any name, but we can talk about that later.
All right. So where do we go from here? We've got a male known by two names, known for acting in things.
Mm-hmm. I think we try to nail down time frame, perhaps.
Okay. Well,
We've been down this road before.
Maybe,
Yeah.
maybe we don't. Maybe we don't.
So we have a few different ways we could go about that. We could go time frame, like, well, first, we need to know if they're dead or alive. We need to know how old they are if they are alive. I don't really care how old they are if they're dead. And
Do you still have an age if you're dead?
well, that's what I always wonder. People make the joke about, you're still 30 years older than me. I'm catching up. I mean, eventually they might catch up if you don't count age after death. So, questions we got to ask.
So maybe we don't go time frame then. Maybe we go genre.
Yeah, because at the end of the day, any actors that Kevin 2 is familiar with are gonna be from the last 25 years, if not.
But
shorter than
here's
that.
the thing that I'm struggling with is we don't necessarily know that Kevin knows the actor just on their own. He might know them because of the historian.
That's true, but I think he knows them enough to think this a notable factoid and enough to be able to answer questions in a game of 20 questions.
Okay.
So I think we just have to operate with the assumption that he knew who this person was before he Googled his famous historian, his favorite historian. Yeah, so maybe you want to go genre. Genre is hard because people can act in movies of different genres.
Yeah.
I don't love that. We could ask, if they've ever acted in a movie with Michael Caine or something like that. Like Samuel Jackson, somebody who's been in every movie.
What is it? The 6 degrees of Kevin Bacon.
Yeah, right.
Say, like, are they 6 degrees away from him?
Yeah, I don't know. What do you think would be a good narrowing question there?
I think asking something to the effect of, is he a household name? Would they consider, would the majority of Americans consider this famous actor a household name?
It's such a hard question to answer, though, because with a lot of people I can think of,
Yeah.
Kevin 2 is going to say no, and Kevin 1 is going to say yes, because they have a very different
Household.
yeah, their households are different. They have different working knowledges of famous people.
Okay.
I mean, are you assuming this actor is alive?
I would assume that they are, but
Mm-hmm. I think it's likely.
Yeah. If what you're saying is true, that he isn't familiar with anybody within the last, or older than 25 years, I would just say, in the last 25 years of acting.
Let me ask you this: of all the actors who have ever lived, what % do you think are alive today?
Are we including like
Let's say
hypocrites?
let's say actors in movies, because that's what you're asking about.
I would say something, I mean,
Something crazy like 85%.
I was
right?
going to go
Something
like
like that,
90%.
Yeah, like super high. I don't know. Just interesting.
Perhaps they're thinking about actors whose careers are ongoing and actors whose careers are not.
Should we ask if this actor has a third nipple?
Does this actor also rap?
I mean, shoe size could be a great route to go down as well.
Yeah, I mean, of all the shoe sizes I know, we better hope it's Shaquille O'Neal. I don't think there are any historians named Shaquille O'Neal.
I think he's a household name in both of our households.
That is true. Also, if he wrote a memoir, would he be a historian?
Are we all historians?
Have you written a memoir?
No.
So,
Did you just define historian with a question?
can you with a question?
All right, let's get back to our questions.
Can
Andy.
you ask a question?
I think we can. I think we can ask a question.
He thinks they can. He thinks they can.
We could ask the Marvel Universe question.
It's just the greatest question.
Yeah. I'd be confident in your ability. If the answer is yes to that, I'm confident in your ability to narrow it down. I'll just be honest. Not mine. We know how my
Yeah, I mean, if we got it into the Marvel Universe, I would be pretty happy. I like 17 questions to go. I think we could definitely get that.
Have you only asked 2 questions?
Is that the biggest universe of movies? Like, could we go something
like
owned by Disney?
Yeah, you could go something.
So
owned
that
by
includes Marvel, Star Wars.
Disney. I like that one better. I like it. I mean,
But what actor of any consequence has not acted in something owned by Disney?
We learned Mark Wahlberg last time.
I like the Disney question because I think we can funnel down. I mean, we're only on question 2 or question 3 now.
Question 3. All right, let's go with that. I like it. All right, posers. Is this famous person who acts? Has he acted in a production that is owned by Disney?
Yes.
All right, narrowed down all but 6 movies. Something owned by Disney.
I think we funnel. We go Marvel. I think we can kind of afford to burn some questions here.
Okay, just rapid fire questions here.
Could do some like maybe
Andy,
we
you
asked
said that last
well,
time.
No. Had a different teammate then.
Oh,
Shots
Wow.
fired.
So I think we asked maybe series. Like, is this person been in a series?
okay. Yeah, I mean
because-
that would certainly help,
Then we know if it's like a one-off.
right? Or has this person appeared as the same character in multiple
Movies.
movies or episodes?
Yes.
Okay. Has question 4?
Yes.
Has this famous person portrayed the same character? Maybe we should specify same non-self character.
Correct.
The same non-self character in multiple movies or episodes.
Yes.
Ooh, I like this. Now, we don't know for sure that was a Disney thing, but it's likely.
Likely. Disney likes the whole,
Yeah.
maximizing profits.
The whole making money thing, yeah. They like that.
So I think, and here's my take on it, Mike, is I think we go figure out what universe we're talking. Is it the Marvel universe? Is it Star Wars? Where is that? Is that where you're kind of thinking?
Yeah, I mean, we got to go there at some point. So,
What do you think's more likely, Marvel or Star Wars? What would Kevin know the known actor?
I think the Marvel actors just in general are more known
Okay.
than Star Wars actors. So let's go with that. Do you want to specify that it's the one where he appears multiple times, or should we just go with have they appeared in Marvel?
It could lead us astray, but I think we're okay if we just say have they appeared in
Okay.
the Marvel universe?
All right. Has this famous person portrayed a character in the Marvel universe?
Yes.
Okay. This helps. We still don't know for sure that it's a movie or a TV show, Obviously, they've been putting out more of the shows, but then again, the shows use a lot of characters from the movies.
Yeah.
So, I mean, we can probably hone in on movies for now.
Okay. Should we try to identify the franchise specifically, or like, do you just want to start figuring out some actors?
I think we can narrow it a little more before we.
Well, so and to be clear, I mean, this is we're assuming here, but we've said Marvel and Disney, so it's happened since the acquisition, right? Since it's come under the umbrella.
Well, we can't be sure how they interpreted that question.
Correct. I'm
Yeah.
just saying we're
Likely
Yes.
that it's more recent. It could always be. Well, no, I mean, for instance, Ed Norton only appeared in one Marvel production, right? As the Incredible Hulk, though he may have appeared in something else owned by Disney.
correct. Yes, if we could have more explicitly asked the question, but I think we're safe to pose it the way we did.
We could always ask. I mean, this doesn't. It's kind of a small pool, but we could ask if they are considered an Avenger.
Yes. Yes.
But that rules out like
Lots.
all but what? I don't know. How many Avengers are there? Like 15, 20? So I don't know. That's kind of a tough question. Plus, that might be an unanswerable question for them. Like, who is and who isn't? Some of the fringe characters. Is Black Widow an Avenger? Is Hawkeye even cool?
That's the biggest question.
Is Falcon an Avenger, or is he just friends with Avengers?
Or even just acquaintances.
How else could we narrow this? We got a male appearing in the Marvel Universe. I feel like the answers to those two questions have certainly been the most helpful.
Do you think maybe time frame now? I mean, should we say, have they appeared in a movie within the last 5 years, or appeared in this franchise within the last 5 years?
Maybe, but like, for instance, the I forget the names, but part 1 and 2 of the most recent Avengers movie, that has like every actor ever from the Marvel universe. So other than, I mean, I guess there's also the X-Men. So there's a whole kind of sector that doesn't appear in the typical Avengers movies. You got, I mean, it could be Tobey Maguire. That'd be a cool historian name.
That would be. I think I'd like to go down the path of just starting naming some franchises, because we're only on question 5.
Yep.
Or question 6 now. So
there's one more question we could go down, which is, has the character they portray in the Marvel universe been portrayed by someone else?
Ooh, that's a good one. That I like that.
Because that, I mean, Bodyguard number 2 is going to be a no, but Spider-Man will be a hard yes.
Right.
So let's go that route. I think this is question 6. Has this famous person? Let me start over. Has the Marvel Universe character that this famous person portrayed been portrayed by a different actor?
Yes.
Okay. So it's someone with a name, like someone. We don't necessarily know if they've been the main character of a movie, but it's probably more likely. It didn't seem... Well, they could have been researching while we were thinking about that question, but it didn't seem like it required a lot of thought or research.
That's correct.
I
don't think they're a fringe character.
Yeah. I don't think it's, Spider-Man Homecoming's girlfriend, although it could be. No, it couldn't be. It's a male. at this point, do you want to? Well, yeah. I mean,
Could we start making a list of some, just not even that we want to go down the road, but like potentials? Like, here's who we're gathering on this list of people that we know have been played.
Yeah, we could, but there's still like a ton of names out there. Like, sure, let's start making a working list. Chris Evans,
Tobey Maguire.
Tobey Maguire. Toby M is good. Chris Pratt. Chris Hemsworth. There's so many out there.
See, but here's what I think helps is if we can start getting some lists, we could maybe identify, like, we could, at least from this list, is this person's first name Chris?
Right, but still, like, there's Chris Evans is seems like it could be a pretty common name, but I mean, we have 3 out of we could probably end up naming like 30, if not more, men in the Marvel universe.
But do you think we could burn questions?
That's Mike's favorite calendar, by the way.
30 men in 12 months.
If we burn a question of like, hey, is this person named Chris? We could.
Oh, I mean, that would be like getting a DeAndre Ayton alley-oop in the first quarter.
But I'm saying, I feel like we're doing good. Maybe I'm overconfident.
All right. I mean, yeah, you're right. I definitely feel surprisingly confident, but I don't want to get overconfident.
Maybe this will bring us back down to earth if it's a hard no.
Okay. All right. Go for it.
Okay.
You ask.
Is this famous person, this famous actor, is their first name Chris?
Or Christopher.
No.
All right. Back down to earth.
Okay.
We were riding that high, though.
So, but I'm adding another
Chris
thing.
high.
I'm adding another known. They're not named Chris.
Not named Chris. Cool. Now that we thought of the 3 Chris's in the Marvel Universe, we can remind ourselves not to think of any others. Andrew Garfield.
What a name.
Tom Holland. There could be a historian named Thomas Holland.
That sounds like a historian name.
Total historian. I wonder if he has people, like all his fans, coming up to him on the street. Dude, your name is such a historian name.
Hold on.
Yeah.
I think it might be Tom Holland.
What?
So here's the thing.
You know historians?
No, wait, it's Will Smith.
No.
Are,
There's hear me out. There's
I
a
still think that
famous
was Will Smith.
There's a famous YouTube channel that this guy talks about all these famous old things, and I'm pretty sure his name's Tom Holland.
Are you thinking of Oliver North?
No.
Andy really knows his
it's a British guy. I'm telling you. I'm. It's like once you said that, it clicked.
Your next question is going to be: is this guy's name Tom?
I feel like it's Tom Holland.
Is it Matt?
No, I think it is.
So, I mean, do you want to just up and ask that at question whatever this is, like 8, or narrow it down a little more so we don't look like total fools?
Well,
You're going for the glory.
That ship has sailed.
Can you,
we might still look like fools.
are you okay with me asking if this historian's famous on YouTube?
You can, but that leaves it a little bit up to interpretation.
Should
For
I ask
instance,
if-
Josephus probably shows up on YouTube in some sense.
Should I ask if the historian is a famous, if the historian is British, and on YouTube?
Like, I'm just curious how much those types of questions would even help you guys.
Well, it would totally rule out all the Moroccan historians I'm thinking of.
All of them?
All
No,
Moroccan historians. Sorry to all of the Moroccan historians that are listening
But
right
if
now.
the answer is yes, it confirms. We can guess.
True.
So, like, all the other historians don't do anything on YouTube?
I think we could. I mean, have you ever watched an episode of this?
Yes.
Dude.
Yes.
That
Plenty
you
of episodes.
think is named
Yes.
Tom Holland, and you think is a historian?
Yes. He does all sorts of stuff. He did one on like why Dasani water failed in Britain.
Is he the type of, from what you know of Kevin 2, is he the type of person that would be a favorite historian of Kevin 2?
Yes.
If you're that confident, I mean, go just ask if it's Tom Holland.
Okay. My question is Is the person's name Tom Holland?
Yes.
All right.
I had no idea he had a YouTube channel.
That is a new record.
Yeah, dude.
for
I read his
the Guest
books
Room podcast.
and
Yeah.
listen to his podcasts.
Oh man, he's fantastic.
Here.
Actually,
I like that you agreed that he's
Guess
fantastic.
one of the most famous names of all time at the current moment.
I mean,
What? Oh, I mean,
I only follow one Tom Holland on Twitter, and it's not the actor.
oh, what a Kevin Doherty question. Sorry, Kevin too. Yeah, the downfall for that question is it happens to be a famous person that's in the Marvel universe. Like that's going to be our go-to question after actor every time.
Yeah, I mean, 8 questions though. That's way easy. Now, the only really bad question you asked
Was the one right before this?
yeah.
Is their named Chris?
Well, yeah, that was a terrible question. And part of the reason it was a terrible question is the previous question to that was, did a different actor play this role?
Yeah, and
in
all 3 Chris's.
I can't think of anyone else who played Captain America, Star-Lord, or Thor yet. And
I'm sure there was another Captain America movie back in the 50s.
Not when it was owned by Disney.
See, that's a problem though. We didn't specify owned by Disney
correct.
now.
Either way, like for us to have known that question so readily, or the answer to that question so readily, like I think the Chris question was wasted. But clearly, it was unnecessary. I mean, who cares? Because you guys kicked that question's butt. As I knew you
smoked
would.
that.
I mean,
Yeah, no. To be clear, Kevin 2 speaking. Kevin 1 said from the get go, they're definitely going to get this. And after 2 questions, he said, and in under 10.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I'm happy. I'm happy that we lived up to those expectations because that would. I mean, we really look like fools if we hadn't gotten it.
I think that was a good mix because
That's true. I was really waiting for Andy to ask the YouTube question wrong, and have him ask, is this person famous for being on YouTube? And the answer is most certainly no. He's famous for being an author and historian. And
but he's famous to me as being on YouTube.
Yeah, that's why
but
questions
the
like
fact that I follow him on Twitter, he's never mentioned his YouTube channel.
questions like that are tough because they're up to interpretation. Known for, famous for, it leaves it to the answerer, the poser.
Yeah. Looking back, this is the type of question that would have been hard for me. Were it not for this historian who has really funny Twitter stories after people attack him for something Spider-Man did, I wouldn't know that the actor was Tom Holland.
Right. Which is funny because like Tom Holland is probably one of the 5 Marvel actors I thought you knew.
You said that, and I was like, oh crap! Like, that's not true. But he thinks it's true, and it's helpful.
Yeah.
well, great job, guys. I mean,
Yeah,
Thank you.
You did exactly what you were supposed to do in that game. Just like the Suns taking care of business in game
right.
2.
Yeah.
Right.
I'm fine being compared to the Suns.
And I guess Kevin's question was the Nuggets then?
Oh, that question was the Nuggets.
that makes it sound good.
It depends. Depends what you're talking about. All right. Well, thank you so much for joining us on this very short but rewarding episode of the Guest Room.
Points.
We appreciate you being with us, playing along with us at home, and please come back next time.